so nice to be on your fashion show.
I know, it's a difference because you're normally here on the morning show Rise with myself and Scott.
I know. And now we're here at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, no, it's completely different. But I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's fantastic to have you on. And it's been the pipeline for a while because on Rise and in our health segment every Monday and Wednesday morning, we talk about different health and wellness issues and topics and things like that, discussion. And we're often always talking about physical exercise, being in the gym, and I'll be doing the Redo Marathon in January. So we talk about all the gear that goes with that. We've kind of been chatting about all the clothing and the cool things because there are so many brands, so many amazing things that you can wear to look cool whilst you're doing your exercising.
You know, why not make it fun? Like, exercise does not have to be humdrum. Like, exercise, it's a huge industry now, probably $1 billion, right? Where there's so many different types of clothing available, so many different brands. A lot of like fashion designers like Stella McCartney, she's put her name to Adidas, like, you know, actually designed clothes for Adidas, as well as celebrities, let's say like Katy Perry, who endorse Adidas, like are sponsored by it. Then you've got like your sports stars, you've got like Rafa Nadal, he's with Nike. You associate certain sports people or celebrities with even sporting brands now, like, you know, Beckham and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, why not make it fun and look stylish when you're exercising?
And it does help when you see these lovely athletic faces behind them. It's got good pulling power for marketing, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely does. So in my job, you know, just in case you don't know, you don't listen to Rise, you definitely should. But I'm a personal trainer by qualification, but I'm big and also a yoga instructor. That's sort of my main thing, doing a lot of yoga and training people. So I'm in these kind of clothes all day long.
Yeah.
And I can definitely tell you, like, the wear that I get from these clothes. I live with my hair in a bun, with trainers on my feet. But yeah, I do. So I definitely know sort of the brands that I prefer.
You've tried and tested it all, pretty much.
I feel I have. And I feel like, you know, I've been through that whole, like, buying sort of cheap kind of, like, leggings and things. And trust me, they just don't last. Like, they just don't. I think, you know, there's that old phrase, you know, you buy cheap, you buy dear, meaning, you spend a lot of money. So I'm going to sort of give you my top 5 that I wear like on a daily basis, if that's okay. So starting from the bottom of my feet, I always wear a pair of Nike Free Run 5s. I love them in every colour of the rainbow. They're about $100. You can also personalise them. But they're just awesome. They're so comfortable and they're really cool looking as well.
I do have to say, I'm a fan of Nikes as well. I always end up gravitating towards them when I'm in a shop buying a pair of trainers.
They just are kind of like attractive, right? Yeah. You just feel like they're cool, and I feel like I'm sponsored by Nike because I'm always wearing them.
And also, I did for a friend, I'd made some personalised trainers.
That's right.
And that is pretty cool. Is it called Nike ID?
ID, yes.
And you literally go online, you go to their website, and it'll give you all of the options.
Yeah.
So for a start, you've got kind of 2 basic trainer types that you can choose from, models. And then you just dress everything from the laces to the stitching to the colours of the side panels, the tongue, everything.
I know.
Down to writing your name on the front of them.
And you
can
put anything on it.
It's amazing.
Anything. And like
so
you could spend hours doing it.
Yeah.
I went in Chicago, I went into the Nike store, and you can do that physically. So it's the same process, but it took longer because you could feel the material, you could see the colours, and you could just get lost in this whole design of it, which is kind of doing Nike's job for them. But, you know, and it's more expensive. But you've got these little personalised trainers, right? It's so cool.
They're pretty cool. And also all these bright colours have kind of come back into fashion, really, all the retro colours as well,
Definitely.
and things like that.
And I think it looks really good. I mean, I love to have all these different colours of Nike Free Run 5. So definitely that's one of my go-tos. As well as, again, Nike, I always wear sort of Nike Capri, I always wear Nike Dry Fit, either the Capri, like the shorter version, or the long running trousers. I like them sort of tight, always wear sort of black. I just feel that they're, you know, really great for both yoga, running, any sort of gym work. They're fantastic and durable. They're about, I think they're about $50, round about there. I'm saying dollars because some of the prices here are a bit more inflated. Now you can get sportswear from almost any shop, like even like say H&M. They've all tried to put their own little spin on it. I've tried a lot of different ones. I have tried Victoria's Secret. They have the pink range, okay, that's quite cool, but they also have like a sport range now, and they do a lot of yoga pants. Unfortunately, they look amazing. I don't find that they're that good quality, to be honest. They're quite expensive as well. I got mine in Dubai. They were nearly 300 riyals or dirhams for a pair, and they didn't really last. I didn't really like them.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that they were really worth the kind of money. I sort of feel as if like Victoria's Secret is a shop that I love, but they're good at some things. You know, Nike are like, that's what their main thing is. It's it's
they're
sport.
the experts at it.
Exactly. Sometimes I feel you're best sticking to who is, they know their stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. However, Victoria's Secret do have a great range of sort of sports bras and these kind of things.
Which is their specialty, that's their area, so it kind of makes sense.
So they're really good, and they're about $30. You can get a sports bra, which is quite nice as well for the gym. Going back to what I said about sticking to someone or sticking to a brand that really knows their stuff, I'm obsessed with a company called Lululemon. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I hadn't until I'd heard you mention them. I'd never heard of Lululemon. I was thinking, oh, who's this? What do they do? But
yeah, it's one of these names. Some people are like, Lululemon? How do you say it? I'm like, it's Lululemon. It's a big yoga company, firstly. They don't just do yoga clothes. Let me just say that. They don't just do yoga stuff. But they are predominantly in the yoga community. Okay, they're Canadian. So they're big in Canada and the States. They've got shops as well now in sort of Australia, some places in Europe. There's a few stores in London. I'm going to go back home at Christmas and I'm going to wipe out this store in London. I cannot wait. But you can also buy them online. So Lululemon basically came from a guy. He created it. His name is Chip Wilson, and he was big into snowboarding and surfing. And he tried a yoga class once, and he just thought, oh, this is actually quite similar to the same sort of movements as like snowboarding, and that you're like moving your body in the same way. And he found that at that time, back in the 90s, it tended to be just like cotton that everyone was wearing for yoga, which is not great for yoga because you're moving quite fluidly. That t-shirts are baggy, they get in the way, and it just didn't really work. So he thought, I'm going to design some clothes here. And that's how it basically happened. So he designs certain fabrics and things that are technically structured for yoga, and they are just amazing. They're a little bit pricey, but they're on my go-to. So something that I wear every day, a different one every day, may I add, is a Lululemon vest. So they have a vest called Daily Practice, and it costs $50. Lululemon products are designed to last for 5 years.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Not many can deliver on that.
And honestly, I can wash and take this out of the wash and it will be as good as new. It's awesome. And they also have such a cool thing. If like the little logo or anything falls off, they'll put it back on for you. They'll make it look nice and new again. So it's a really interesting company. You should research it. Go on their website, lululemon.com. They're a really interesting company. So that's one of the things that I wear every day, as well as my Lululemon Swiftly headband, which is $20 as well. So I wear that in the gym and for yoga. It just keeps my hair out of my face. So that's my top 5. Amongst them, 2 really big brands that Nike and Lululemon, and Victoria's Secret for sort of the undergarments as well.
So that's from feet right the way up to the top of the head.
Yep.
They'll be your top picks.
Absolutely. I just think it's nice to have a spectrum of different brands.
I mean, it's so important as well that, it is amazing how much more motivated you feel when you feel confident in how you look.
Definitely.
When you're working out and when you're in the gym. There's no reason why it should be always a case of putting on the baggy T-shirt, and getting the old joggers out and feeling a bit...
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I find it really interesting to see what people do exercise in, because it does say a lot about your personality, or how you feel about yourself. Often people who are a little bit insecure and not very confident do tend to cover themselves, and they dress in clothes that they don't feel overly confident in. But, there's, like I said, there's this industry now, and if you're happy about exercising and you enjoy it, take pride in it. I mean, I love yoga. You're really into yoga now as well. And it's something that I just love buying yoga clothes, because why not? I'm going to move in them all the time. And that's what, Chip Wilson, the creator of Lululemon, actually Lululemon's called Lululemon Athletica, but Lululemon for short. So when Chip created this in 1998, he found that he went to yoga instructors like myself and got them to try the clothes. And the success really was dependent on the feedback from these yogis, and what they thought of it, and most of them provided really great insights, and he tweaked it a little bit and changed it. He then decided that each store, he opened the first store in year 2000 in Vancouver in Canada, and he decided, right, each store is going to have a little community where you can come and you can learn about being healthy. We'll do free yoga classes, and they still do that to this day. You can go to a Lululemon store and they have a free yoga class. I think it depends on which store. I don't know if it's once a day, but certainly once a week. Push all the stock to one side and they do a class. It's awesome. They sell mats and what have you as well. Something I want to share with you today is they have a company manifesto that is like lots of really positive statements that they sort of mention. And some of them are, for example, 99% of all illnesses are stress related. Or breathe deeply and enjoy the moment. Living in the moment could be the meaning of life. Your outlook on life is a deep reflection of how much you like yourself. I think that's quite true, right?
Yeah.
And this one I really like. Sweat once a day. Oh, and practice yoga. I love that. I just love that, you know. And one of the big ones that they have, probably my favorite, is dance, sing, floss, and travel. So, you know, they're quite hippie-ish. I love that about them. But I like that it's positive. Even if you're not into yoga, they have a lot of running gear, cycling, just sportswear in general. A lot of my clients, I've seen them wearing Lululemon trousers because there's a little logo that you recognise. And they've obviously bought them overseas or online. And their quality, it's really reflected. Okay, they're a little bit pricey, but the quality is reflected in that. You really are getting a durable product.
Yeah, obviously paying for good materials and also kind of like not toxic. Well, this can happen as well. So we've talked about this in yoga before.
Their brand is, for me, it's trendy. A lot of celebrity yogis, Jennifer Aniston, all these kind of people, they swear by Lululemon. But their stuff is quite expensive, and I'm just going to run through. But it's expensive, but I just think it's totally worth it. You know, 5 years, it's like...
That's crazy. Out of a garment. I mean, I wouldn't expect... You could spend a fortune on a pair of trainers and you don't expect them to last that long.
Absolutely.
I think the only other item of clothing I have that will supposedly last as long as that is my Hunter Wellies.
Yes,
which are guaranteed for 20 or 30 years or something.
And I love that. I love when you invest in a product. I always, I think if you invest in a product, at that time you think, oh, gosh, this costs a lot of money. But if you know, like your Hunter Wellies, they'll last a long time. Lululemon vests, trust me, I wear them every day. Like I said, not the same one, but I wear them every day, and to me they're actually worth the price. It's a bit of a sting at the start, and then you're like, but this is worth it. And actually, quality is one of the core values of Lululemon, so they want to be giving you quality products. So I've just had a look lately because I'm very excited to go back and buy some stuff. So I'm going to tell you some of my current favourite items that I'm definitely going to be investing in some of these pieces. So there's one out there called the Practice Daily Tank. So this is $58, like I said, and this is what I wear every day. And it allows you to do just that, practice daily. It comes in a variety of colours and what have you. They have an energy bra, which is $48. This is in bright colours. It's a cropped yoga bra, but it's perfect for Bikram. So hot yoga, or even just like, you're exercising at home and stuff like that. You can wear this. The best trousers that they have are called Skinny Wool. I love it. Skinny Wool pants. They're $98. So they're really, really tight, legging type trousers. Much like the same material as Nike Dry Fit. So they're really durable. A lot of my ladies that I have training, they actually wear these and they last a long time.
And I guess also, that thing, if you're exercising, you're using your legs, you don't want to be getting anything trapped by having flapping material around the place.
Right.
So
exactly.
having that tight is going to keep, and I think it keeps you in form as well.
It does.
It makes you feel good.
It does. It sucks you in and it makes you feel, like you're just there doing your right thing. And especially for yoga, you're flowing. You want to feel that there's nothing in the way. You want to feel like it's just you doing this. So I love the name of this next jacket. I'm definitely getting one of these when I go home. This is called Nice Asana. Asana is the word, it's a Sanskrit word for pose in yoga. So an asana is a pose. So Nice Asana jacket. I love that. $128. I've got my eye on a baby blue one. It's so nice, and it will keep you cozy pre and post practice, on the way to the gym, walking the dog, whatever. It's a beautiful. They're fashionable as well. It's like tightly structured with a nice zip. It looks really nice. It doesn't have to be big baggy jumpers and everything. You can look the part. Something that I have shared with Laura, and I cannot wait to buy one of these. It's called the Bang Buster headband. For your bangs, or fringe as we British people call it. It's like Axl Rose sweatband across the hair. I love it. It's $18. I am buying one.
They look pretty cool. And I mean, it is amazing what a difference it'll make to your workout if you've got these things like, your hair not flapping in your eyes.
Yeah.
All the more reason to go and buy this.
And when you feel the part, absolutely. When you feel the part, you really get into it more. You really, really do.
Yeah.
But like you said, all the more reason to go shopping. I've got these on my list for going back. And lastly, something that you should definitely get a lot of, which I'm going to get as well, is called Shavasana socks. Shavasana is you do this at the end of yoga. You just lie down, you relax, you surrender for 5 minutes. Probably the best bit of yoga. Love Shavasana.
Zoning out.
Oh, I love it. I wish it would gone for longer. They're $48. Ouch. But I think they're part cashmere actually. But these are perfect for keeping you warm on your cool down. So I'm really going to get a pair of these. I'm going to come back with
socks.
Posh socks, exactly. I'm going to come back here with bags and bags of Lululemon. I really am. But something else that, apart from just the clothes that you wear and the mat that we've spoken about, you know, another thing that's pretty cool is a gym bag. A lot of people turn up with like a plastic bag or something, you know, and it's like, you can have a cool gym bag.
Yeah.
You know, especially me, in my job, I have a gym bag I take everywhere. I actually have a Nike bag. But I have got my eye on a Lululemon, and it's called Sweat Once a Day gym bag. It's $100, but it will let you carry all your essentials in this beautiful Lululemon bag. And I should also mention that Lululemon they also have products for men. It's not just women. Yeah. They have a lot of outdoor gear as well, like scarves and stuff like that. And like I said, you can buy it online, or you can travel to some of the countries they have stores in, including Australia, Europe, London. There's definitely some stores, US and Canada. You can check out the website. I just hope they come to the Middle East soon.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
I think we should.
We'll all be lining around the block for it.
Definitely, it would go down well here. I know it's popular amongst some local ladies as well here. They do like it. So yeah, that's my absolute favourite designer.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. It's they sound great. I'm going to go check it out myself, and hopefully I'll be kitted all out. I definitely need a boost to my gym wardrobe, especially with this pending marathon coming up in January. So the half marathon. So I'm going to be hopefully looking the part as well.
Yes, of course you will. You'll be looking the part, running the part. She'll be just fantastic. Definitely. But thanks for having me on the fashion show. I've loved that today.
Thank you very much for coming in and sharing all your top buys, and hopefully that's inspired some of our listeners to perhaps maybe get moving anyway. If they're not already, just get moving, get looking lush, ladies.
And you can look totally fashionable when you're exercising.
Right, you've got a song that you are going to play this evening for us on the fashion show. What's your request and why?
Well, I had a little think. I was like, right, you know, yoga music it tends to be
no,
yeah,
it's not. It's
well,
a stereotype.
A little bit.
It's usually chill out.
Yeah, there's not really like a set one you can really think of, like a name that anybody would even know. So I was thinking, okay, that's not going to work. A song that I actually always end up crying to, because I find it quite profound, is Baz Luhrmann, Everybody Should Wear Sunscreen.
I've not heard this song in a long time, but I'm going to love
playing it. I want you to play it, because all those little pieces in there are quite
It's true.
Profound.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is. It's you know, talking to the class of whatever year it was.
I think it was the class of 99, and it's a little positive affirmations. That's kind of what it is, actually. It's more affirmations, little things like spend more time with your parents and stuff like that. I kind of like it. It's cool.
Perfect. Well, we'll get that on for you now.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 99, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they've faded. But trust me, in 20 years, you'll look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. You are not as fat as you imagine. Don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never crossed your worried mind, the kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Floss. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Remember compliments you receive. Forget the insults. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how. Keep your old love letters. Throw away your old bank statements. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Get plenty of calcium. Be kind to your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much, or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance. So are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Dance. Even if you have nowhere to do it but in your own living room. Read the directions, even if you don't follow them. Do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly. Get to know your parents. You never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your siblings. They're your best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. Understand that friends come and go, but with a precious few, you should hold on. Work hard to bridge the gaps in geography and lifestyle, because the older you get, the more you need the people you knew when you were young. Live in New York City once, but leave before it makes you hard. Live in Northern California once, but leave before it makes you soft. Travel. Accept certain inalienable truths. Prices will rise, politicians will philander, you too will get old. And when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund, maybe you'll have a wealthy spouse. But you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of fishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on the sunscreen.